All right. Okay. Welcome, everybody, to the Rocky Mountain Miracle Center. Let's go ahead and begin by just closing our eyes and taking a breath and just allowing our minds to come back home to the present moment. Let's tune our awareness inward and upward, tuning into this present moment now, where we are, where everything is, where heaven itself is waiting for us, within us, right here, right now. And just notice your breath. Bring your attention to your breath. Breathing in the power and the peace and the presence that lives in the present moment now within us. And let's tune our awareness to that presence that lives in the present moment. And let's feel that presence that lives within us. Our true self, our sinless, guiltless, eternal self that is only love, that has only ever been love, will only ever be love, our real self. And for a moment, let us remember that we remain exactly as God created us. So tell yourself silently, I remain exactly as God created me. I am as innocent and guiltless and whole and eternal as the moment I was created. And breathe. Remembering what the present moment feels like. Enjoying the feeling of having no past and no future. Enjoying the feeling of your eternal nature that you can only experience in the now. Breathe it in. Remember. Let us remember who we truly are. Learning here is remembering. And God is in our memory now. And let us take this moment to give this joining to Spirit. And we say silently to ourselves together, we say, Spirit, be you in charge of this gathering. Decide for healing for us. Be you in charge. And we thank you, Spirit, for this time, this opportunity to come together, to hear the truth together, and to be healed by the truth about ourselves together. Thank you, Spirit. And to that we say amen. So when you're ready, just take a breath and bring your awareness on back in. Doesn't it feel good to remember? Learning here is remembering. We're just remembering. We're not trying to change who we are to become something better, something that we're not now. We're just trying to remember who we are. We're just trying to remember. That's all that happened. We just forgot. That's all. We never changed from what we were created to be. We just forgot because we were being taught by those who didn't remember themselves. So, all right. Well, welcome everybody here. Welcome everybody online. And I've got some sniffles today, so if I sound a little strange, just send me some love. Send me some love. I'm feeling okay, but okay. So where we're going to be today, hi Shayananda, lovely to see you. Where we're going to be is in chapter 25, section 4. And it's called The Light You Bring. The light you bring. And while you're doing that, I'm going to find my ever essential chapstick. Okay. All right. 2 things I need in life: Course in Miracles and chapstick. It's a Colorado essential. Okay. So, chapter 25, section 4, The Light You Bring. This is a really beautiful section. Really beautiful section. Okay. So everybody see where it's at? 25:4, The Light You Bring. It's the same chapter and section and title in all the editions of the course, the original edition, the edited versions, blue book, purple book, black book, you name it. All right. All the different colored course books. All right. The light you bring. All right. Says this: minds that are joined and recognize that they are joined can feel no guilt. Okay. Anybody ever feel guilt? Anybody ever feel shame? Okay. Anybody ever feel embarrassed? Okay. Just checking. Make sure we're all saying, hi, honey. Thank you, Julie, for this shirt. That's all right. That's all right. Come on in. So minds that are joined and recognize that they are joined can feel no guilt. So if I'm feeling guilty, if I'm feeling ashamed, if I'm feeling embarrassed, it's because I do not recognize that I am joined, that my mind is joined, that my mind is the same as other people. Of course, if you knew you were the same as everybody, then what would you feel guilty about? All guilt is like, oh, I feel like I feel different. I feel like we're different. Like you're better or I'm better or you're worse or whatever. Okay. So minds that are joined and recognize that can feel no guilt, because minds that are joined and recognize that they are joined, these minds cannot attack. So if I recognize we are the same, we are joined, our minds are joined, we are the same, then I would not attack, because I realize I was attacking myself. And I wouldn't be feeling guilty. If I recognized we were the same, I wouldn't be feeling guilty, and then I wouldn't need to attack. So all attack comes from believing that we are different and feeling guilty. All guilt comes from feeling different. I feel different, so I feel guilty. I feel better, so I feel guilty. I feel less than, so I feel guilty, right? Guilt comes from, I feel like we're different. I believe we're different, okay? Once I realize we're all the same, we all have the same source, we all have the same creator, we're created exactly the same, then I don't feel guilty, and then I would not attack, okay? So wherever it is that I'm feeling guilt, wherever it is that I've been attacking, that's where I'm telling myself I'm different when I'm not. Okay. Now, it says, so minds that recognize that they are joined and cannot attack, these minds rejoice that they cannot attack, seeing their safety in this happy fact. that their minds are joined. So minds that are joined rejoice. They rejoice seeing that they know their safety is in this happy fact. So where is my safety? Where is my safety? Anybody like to know where their safety is these days? Anybody notice the world seems a little dangerous? Anybody notice the world seems more dangerous right now? Does anybody notice that there seems to be a little bit more attack going on than usual? On the battleground? Okay. This is saying that our safety lies in the fact that we cannot attack because we're the same. So where does my safety comes from? My safety comes from the relinquishment of attack and recognizing that we're all the same, and so there's no attack is justified. So that's where was the Course in Miracles say? Safety comes from the complete relinquishment of attack. You want to know you're safe right now? You want to feel safe in this crazy, seemingly dangerous world that seems to be getting more dangerous? The real safety is the relinquishment of attack, the complete relinquishment of attack. And the only way I can do that is to recognize we're not different. We are not different. Those whom I'm tempted to attack are those who I think, well, I would never do that. I'm different, right? But the truth is that we're all the same. Okay, so minds that are joined rejoice that they are not different, and so they cannot attack because they see their safety in this happy fact. Minds that are joined, their joy is in the innocence they see. And so these minds seek for innocence. They seek to see innocence because it is their purpose to see innocence in others and rejoice. Okay, so minds that are joined, these are folks that know they cannot attack, and their joy lies in the innocence they see. So where is it that we've learned our happiness is? Where is it that we've learned our joy comes from? In the world, something outside myself, something I get, some person, place, or thing, some event or situation. If somebody would change, I would be happy. If something outside myself were different, I'd be happy. But those whose minds are joined, those are the folks who know that their joy comes from seeing innocence in others. Wow. So no wonder I'd never experienced that lasting joy, because that's not where I was looking for joy. How can I see the innocence in other people, right? So those whose minds are joined, they recognize that their joy comes from seeing innocence in others. And their purpose is to see innocence in others. They seek it. Thank you. They seek it. Yes. Sometimes I forget that my purpose is to seek for innocence in others. I don't know about you. Sometimes I forget and think my purpose is to see the insanity in others and rejoice in that. Like, can you believe how crazy they are? Oh my God, let me tell you. Oh my God, did you hear what they did? Oh my God. Thinking that rejoicing in their guilt, in their insanity, in their stupidity is going to somehow make me happy. Okay. Sometimes I forget that my purpose and that my joy is to seek for the innocence in others, remembering that that's where my real joy comes from. Whew. And lately, I've been thinking that it would make me happy or bring me joy to point out the complete and total pathological insanity in the few folks in the world. But it didn't make me happy, and it's probably what gave me the sniffles. It didn't make me feel safer. It didn't make me happier. It made me scareder. It made me more terrified, and it may have given me the sniffles. So, okay. So I'm remembering what my purpose is, and I'm remembering where my joy, I'm being reminded where my real joy, my real health, my real abundance really comes from. So I'm getting a reminder today. All right. Then it says, everyone seeks for what will bring them joy as they define joy. Okay. So the Course in Miracles says that is one thing that 100% makes us one. We are all the same. We all want the exact same thing. Every single human being wants to be happy. Every single human being wants the same thing, to be happy. Everybody's looking for joy as they define it. That, and the Course in Miracles says that alone should remind us and teach us that we are the same. Everybody is the same. They all want to be happy. The only thing that's different is the way we define joy. Okay? That's the only thing that's different, the way we define being happy. Okay? But everybody's motivation is exactly the same. Okay? It's just how we define that happiness. And it says it's not the aim of being happy as such that changes, yet it is the way in which the aim of joy is seen that makes the choice of means to that happiness inevitable and beyond the hope of change unless the aim is changed. And then the means for joy are chosen once again as what will bring rejoicing is defined another way and sought for differently. So if I think that what will bring me joy is power, fame, money, and physical pleasure, then I'm going to go for that. And then I go for that, and then maybe I get it, and then I realize, oh, I'm still not happy. And then I go, okay, well, the problem was I just chose the wrong means. And so now I'm going to choose for something else. Now I'm going to choose for, that relationship right there, right? So, as I decide something else will bring me happiness, then I decide that the means, then I seek for it a different way. I'm defining it a different way. All right. So that's paragraph 1. Questions or comments on that before we move on?
So in your earlier example of seeing a lot of craziness in the world,
Mm-hmm.
I'm believing that I can buy myself at least peace, maybe a little moment of happiness if I see that, thank God I'm not like them.
Uh-huh.
As opposed to the more permanent happiness I could experience if I was actually realizing or willing to realize that they're innocent.
Yeah.
Just as I am.
Yes, and exactly. And the people whose insanity I was highlighting, judging, attacking, thinking that unconsciously that would make me happy, those folks whom I was attacking in my judgments, they are just like me. They think that doing what they're doing will make them happy. They're just like me, I see myself as different than them, and thinking that seeing those differences will make me somehow feel better, safer, smarter, whatever. So, and highlighting how we were different did not make me happy, and it did not make me happier, and it did not make me healthier. Even though I was thinking, oh, if I just highlight how insane they are, then somehow that will make me happier. No. So then it goes on to say this. this goes on to say why it was that I saw that as something that would make me happy, even though obviously it didn't. Paragraph 2. Perception's basic law could thus be said: you will rejoice at what you see because you see it to rejoice. This is perception's basic law. Okay, whatever you see, whatever it is, whatever you see, good, bad, ugly, whatever you see is what you thought would make you happy. You will rejoice at whatever it is you see because you see it to rejoice. Isn't that deep? Everything I see is what I thought would make me happy. And so in this example, what I thought would make me happy was seeing these psychopaths taking us to war again. Okay. This is saying that I was happy, that part of me was happy to see that, and that I wanted to see that. You will rejoice at what you see because what? Because you see it to rejoice. So whatever I see is what I think is going to bring me joy. Whatever it is. Whatever it is I think will bring me joy, that is what I'm going to see. That is perception's basic law. And that is radical responsibility that I don't want to accept. Anybody else? But I didn't see us going to war, being taken to war by psychopaths because, I didn't think that would make me happy.
So I was in there laughing at your alternate word for judgment of highlighting.
Yes, thank you. Yes, right.
But that's also what it is called when it comes across my street. The news highlights.
Yes, right? That's right.
It's like, let's pinpoint on that which needs to be highlighted.
Yes, exactly. Another word for attack. Another word for attack. Exactly. So so that's why the Course in Miracles says, I am responsible for what I see. What I see is not an accident. It's not like I turned on the TV and I'm like, oh my God, No, I am responsible for what I see. I could look at I could look at us going to World War III or whatever it is and go, oh my God, look, we are awakening. Look, it's the birth pangs. Hallelujah. How can I support this beautiful new birth of new earth? How wonderful. Look at this beautiful birth that's happening, even though it's bloody and scary and seemingly dangerous. Birth pangs.
Social media proves to us that we're responsible for what we see because the algorithm only gives us.
It's exactly right. It's exactly right.
So I was looking over Kara's shoulder the other day at her feed. I'm like, ooh.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Definitely a different thing that she's seeing about the world.
Exactly. The perfect example about your algorithm. The algorithm is literally showing you what you want to see. That's a perfect example of that. And so the Course in Miracles says, I am responsible for what I see. I have chosen what I'm experiencing. And it says that when you see that, when you recognize that law, basic law of perception, and you take responsibility for what you're seeing, then there's your release. He says, then vision, happiness, release from suffering, all will be given you. That the salvation simple phrase is, I am doing this unto myself. I am seeing what I thought would bring me joy. Okay. And then that reminds you, oh yeah, that doesn't bring me joy. I just remembered. And then, oh yeah, what does bring me joy? Hey, Course in Miracles, what does bring me joy? Oh, seeking to see the innocence in other people. Oh yeah, I just remembered. Thank you, Course in Miracles. Okay. So now I've redefined joy. I have redefined the joy that I am seeking, and now I can experience it. Okay. So I love it. So paragraph number 2, perception's basic law could thus be said, you will rejoice at what you see because you're seeing it to rejoice. And while you think that suffering and sin will bring you joy, so long will suffering and sin be there for you to see. And I really saw that in this past week, where there's a part of me, obviously, that thought that really looking at that suffering and the sin that I was seeing playing out in the news would somehow bring me joy. Like, even though it wasn't bringing me joy, but I could tell that I thought it was bringing me joy because that's what I was looking at, right? And there it was for me to see. Yes.
So I have a question. So what we see, can it change? Can it be different because we're different? So can it be becoming more in tune with the fact that we're all one, make it so that things that happen in reality are more positive? Or is it that my perspective shifts so that whatever happens to me in front of me, I see it more positively?
I say both. You know, as you define what will bring you joy differently, then what you see will be different. Yeah. So you'll either see it differently, like the example I was using of looking at, oh, we're at war. I will see it differently, like, oh, look at this incredible opportunity. Oh, look, the new earth is being born, and birth usually is bloody and messy and scary. But oh, what a beautiful birth that's happening. Oh, look, people are waking up. Okay. Or I will see the new earth as well. Yes.
How do we seek the innocence in others? Like, do you have a technique that you go about in your day, like seeking the innocence in others?
Yes, and that's what this whole section is going to be doing, and that's what the entire course is about, and every single workbook lesson is all about the goal of seeing the innocence.
Go around to my coffee shop or whatever. I get that is
Yeah.
the point, but
Right.
how I look at people and I'm like, I'd really like to see the innocence.
Yes.
I mean,
Right.
what is the actual gist or the technique?
Yes, well, that's everything everything in the course is telling you. Really, it's about, the Course in Miracles says that it's not about trying to not see other people as guilty. It's asking yourself the question, do I want to see them as innocent? Do I want to see them as guiltless as they were created by God? Do I want to see them sinless? Really just asking yourself that question. Do I want to see them as sinless and guiltless? That's what it is, because as soon as you decide, I want to see them as guiltless, because it's the only thing that will actually bring me joy and release me from guilt, then as soon as you've decided you want to see that law of perception, that's what you'll see, and it will bring you joy. Yes, Bill.
I think one of the things is the only way you'll see the innocence and the light you bring in others is by recognizing yourself.
Yeah.
Once you see, well, the light is here, it's shining up, and you see that, you don't see the shadow, you see the light.
Right, exactly.
The way to see it is within yourself.
That's right. And it's all, remember the basic law of perception, you will rejoice at what you see. So it's really a question, what do I want to see? Okay, yeah.
And another tool that the course uses or encourages us to use is the question, do I want to be right or happy?
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, beautiful. All right. So then, let's see, where are we now? Okay. Thank you. Oh, yes. So we're on the sentence, nothing is harmful or beneficent apart from what you wish. So is it helpful to you or is it harmful to you? That is determined by what you want to see. Okay? Is this helpful or is this harmful to me? Completely dependent on what you want to see, your wish. It is your wish that makes it what it is in its effects on you. Why? Because you chose this thing as a means to gain these same effects, believing them to be the bringers of rejoicing and of joy. So, whatever it is that you're seeing, you are determining what its effects are on you, helpful or harmful, because you chose whatever it is you're seeing as the means to bring you joy. Everything we see, everything we're experiencing is what we believed would bring us joy. Isn't that deep? That's the radical responsibility that A Course in Miracles teaches, that ultimately sets us free and teaches us beyond any shadow of a doubt that we are not victims of the world we see. That's the only thing that teaches us our true power, which means our true liberation from that perception of being limited or shackled or imprisoned by anything or anyone. We are not imprisoned or shackled or limited by anyone or anything, except unless we want to perceive that we are. You know, and you know, it makes sense that we have learned in the past that you know, the more you suffer, the more you'll have friends, the more you sacrifice, the more you'll have love. So we have learned that the way to have happiness and the way to have love is to sacrifice, right? We all learned, if you want to be happy, if you want to have love, if you want to have a relationship, basically you need to suffer. Right? Okay. Everybody else raised on earth? And so we have defined happiness and love. We have defined happiness and joy as sin, guilt, and suffering. And so here we are, we all want to be happy, but we've defined it in terms of suffering and sacrifice and loss. And so then when we get that suffering and sacrifice and loss, the Course is telling us here that was our version of joy. That's our version of happiness. That's our version of love. You know, you only hurt those you love. You know you're in love because you're terrified to death. You're scared to death. You must be in love. You're scared to death. You're terrified. Uh-huh. So here we are. We believe that sin and suffering and guilt and sacrifice will bring us joy. And so we're seeing all the sin, sacrifice, suffering, and guilt. We're seeing it because we believe that would make us happy. And here we are going, joke's on us.
So I was having a conversation with my dad yesterday, and the topic of sacrifice came up. And I realized that for him to be a good son is to be sacrificial.
100%.
So it's like when he spoke about his life and kind of what he went through, there's a lot of sacrifices.
Yeah.
Being the whole thing.
Yes.
And then I could see that the reason in the past when I didn't get along was because everything he asked for is sacrifice.
That's right.
Everything is framed.
Yes, that's right. 100%. The Course in Miracles says that we have so deeply learned that love is sacrifice that now we can't even conceive of love without sacrifice. The Course says you can't even conceive of it. We're like, love without sacrifice? What? What's that? You know, we can't even conceive of it. You know.
Love even unless somebody sacrifices.
Yes, absolutely. That's that's how we prove, that's why what we've learned, how we prove our love to others and they prove their love to us.
And one of the ways that I'm seeing that manifests is that unless love in the form of innocence, love as innocence,
Mm-hmm.
presents itself in the form of a cute little puppy or kitten or
Yes.
anything,
Yes.
I'm likely to be suspicious.
Very likely. Very likely. Very likely. Yes, indeed. Exactly. Wow. Okay. And that's why we need A Course in Miracles so bad. Because A Course in Miracles is teaching us the true nature of love and the true nature of joy and the true nature of happiness, so that now at least we can do the contrast and comparison, right? So Course in Miracles told us love demands no sacrifice. The Course in Miracles, so now we can go, okay, well, let's see, that would be a sacrifice to do that. So that's probably not love that's asking that of me, and it probably wouldn't be love of me to make that sacrifice. Okay, so let me do something different than I've ever done in the past. So Course in Miracles is teaching us how to do that because it's teaching us the truth about love and happiness. And in this section, it's saying that the true nature of joy, real joy, can only come from seeing the innocence, the guiltlessness, the sinlessness in others. That's it. You know, we've learned, oh, joy comes from outside, you know, when people do this for us and sacrifice for us and change for us and blah, 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 something of the body, you know. No, the joy comes in seeing the innocence, which means the guiltlessness, which really means the sameness. So maybe you can't be like, well, I can't see their guiltlessness right now. Well, can you see that the sameness? Can you look at that person and go, okay, that person is just like me. They just want to be happy. They've just defined it differently. Can you do that? Okay, that's the same thing as seeing their innocence. There's a million different terms of ways to see innocence in others. You know, if you can at least go, well, they're just like me. They're trying to be happy, and they have a different definition of the means to that. Okay. Exactly. They don't know who they are, just like I don't know who I am. They're afraid as I am. They don't know their true nature, just like I don't know. Okay, this is the same thing. That's seeing their innocence, seeing the sameness, seeing that they want the same thing as you do. Okay, so there's lots of ways to get to that innocence, seeing it. But that's where real joy comes from. Right. So I will experience joy as I see the true nature, the truth about other people. Okay. And then what it goes on to say is essentially that's the only way I am going to remember the truth about me. It's the only way that the things that haunt me in the night will disappear. As I see the innocence in others, that's the only thing that takes away the fears that haunt me. My guilts, the things I feel ashamed of that haunt me. Okay. So that's where we're going in this. Okay, so then it says, even in heaven does this law obtain. It's like even in reality, we create to bring us joy, sharing our Creator's purpose in our own creation, that our joy might be increased and God's along with us. Now, paragraph 3. You, maker of a world that is not so. That's my new title. My name is Anna, maker of a world that is not so. My name is Anna, maker of a world at war. You, maker of a world that is not so, take rest and comfort in another world where peace abides. Oh, that's a thing? I can do that? Oh my God. See, I didn't even think about that. That I could be here worried about World War III, okay? Or I could be taking peace and comfort in another world where peace lives. Now, guess what? This world where peace lives is a world we bring with us to all the weary eyes and tired hearts that look on sin and beat sin's sad refrain. Wow. This world, so there's a whole world of just peace, a whole world of peace. I want to go there. Oh, well, actually, you bring it. Actually, it comes from you. That the real world, the world where it's just peace, it's not world war all the time. That world where there's just peace all the time, actually, we bring it with us to all the weary eyes and tired hearts that look on sin and beat its sad refrain. From us can come their rest. Wow. The rest of who? The rest of the ones who have weary eyes and tired hearts because they've been looking on sin and beating its sad refrain. Wow. There's this world where peace lives. It's just all peace. It comes from us. We bring it to them. We bring it to them. From us can rise a world they will rejoice to look upon and where their hearts are glad. Wow, isn't that interesting? Did you know that there was a world inside you where peace lives?
Yes.
Okay, good. I forgot about that this past week, and that's why I got the sniffles. Yeah. Thank God for the course. It just always brings me back on track. It's like, forgot about that there's a world where only peace lives that's within me that I'm supposed to be bringing to all the weary hearts, the weary eyes and tired hearts. I was forgetting I forgot that a world where peace lives was in me, and that it was my purpose to bring it to that world of peace to others who are weary and tired because of all the trauma and drama, right? I forgot and thought maybe my purpose was to bring highlights from the battleground. Did you know what's going on? Do you know what's happening on the battleground? Do you know how insane this person is? Do you know how crazy the people are who run this world? Like, I was like bringing highlights, like the reporter from hell, you know? Do you know what our world leaders have been doing to us? Let me tell you, it's bad. And then wondering why I'm not experiencing a lot of joy or health or abundance. But forgetting that there's a world that peace lives in, that lives in me. And my function is to bring that to all the war-weary souls. Yes.
Anna, it's actually a pleasure for me to be able to say that instead of asking a question, to say that I'm finding that as I practice exactly what you're talking about, it's like slower and easier. And I kind of look around like, this is it. Like, just be, you know, bring that peace and just calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
Because our culture is so produce. And I have I have some work, but all of my work removed. And so I'm really working with that, not feeling, I'm not a loser, but not feeling like a loser or guilty or get a job or who cares if it's not aligned. And just really sitting in that. And the more that I do and the more that I practice it, the more peace comes to me, the more just like all these gifts and all this beauty. And it's a pleasure to be like studying this for 5 months and then to go, ooh, today I have a comment, not a question.
Like a comment like, hey, it's true and it works. It's true and exactly.
It's still a challenge with
Yes.
all of it going
Yes.
on around me. And then, ooh, okay, I'm going to do this. It's goes against everything I'm
That's what you've
as
learned.
I'm supposed to achieve, right?
Mhm.
And climb that ladder and do whatever, I don't.
Yes.
But,
Mhm.
yeah.
Like it was saying in the first paragraph, we're learning that as we bring the weary and the tired, the weary eyes and the tired hearts, as we bring them comfort and rest from this other world that is within us, that's where our real joy comes from. That's where joy comes from.
I think there's a very operative word in that first paragraph, in paragraph 3, the first sentence, and it's the word in. Right? It
Yes.
says, take rest and comfort in
Yes.
another world where
Mhm.
peace abides.
Yes.
And that it was sometimes when I'm reading the course, I will stop because one word will catch me.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, it's like, okay, I cannot take out into the world
Mm-hmm.
this peace and this joy
Mm-hmm.
until I've actually gone into it.
Exactly.
And so this is a destination.
Mhm.
It implies a destination.
That's right.
Right? And so there is a destination. So I have to take time to sit and go in to find this world.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Right? It's not
Exactly.
going to be something as I'm wandering around and I'm busy and I'm doing things. I'm not going to be attuned with that world.
Mm-hmm.
I have to actually stop and go into it.
That's exactly right. And like it says, the instruction is that we, the maker of the world that is full of terror and despair, our instruction is take rest and comfort in another world that is within you. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot there's a whole world of peace within me. I totally forgot that. I don't know about you. I've totally forgot that last week. I was looking upon the battleground. I was looking upon the battlefield, thinking unconsciously that would somehow bring me joy, apparently, right? Forgetting that there's a whole world where peace lives within me, and I will experience it as I bring it to others whose eyes are weary and whose hearts are tired from all the trauma drama of the outside world, the battleground. Yes.
And one of the metaphors that the Course uses for seeking comfort in that world is I need to do nothing.
That's right. Absolutely.
Thank you.
That's exactly right.
It's a statement
Yes.
of allegiance to the idea of experiencing the holy instant, experiencing this world
That's
of
right.
comfort
And rest. You, maker of a world that is not so, take rest and comfort in another world where peace lives. This world you bring with you. That means it's within you. And it means going within, closing your eyes, going within, and experiencing a world of peace. We go, outside is a world of hurt. Inside is a world of peace. And from us will come their rest. Wow. Okay. So then it says, from us can rise a world they will rejoice to look upon. Now, are we rejoicing as the world we look upon outside ourselves? No. But they will rejoice upon the world they look upon that you are bringing to their weary eyes and their tired hearts. In you, there's that word again, Carla, in you, there is a vision which extends to all of them and covers them in gentleness and light. In you, when you go within to experience this world of peace and light, then a vision that comes from you will cover them. Cover them. A vision is within you that will cover them in gentleness and light. When you take comfort and rest in another world that peace lives in, that's within you. Who knew? Of course, it's always reminding us to go within, to look within, to seek not outside ourselves, look within, go within. You know, it's always reminding us that within us is a whole world of light, of gentleness that's only peaceful. Now, if you only look outside yourself, you'll never know. You'll never know that heaven itself lives within you. You'd never know. You're like, what? Heaven in me? What? What are you talking about? I only perceive lack and shame and guilt and darkness inside me. What are you talking about in me? No. Now, and then the Course in Miracles tells us that the ego is the voice that tells us, if you look within, your eyes will light on such darkness, such evil, that you will rush to death by your own hand. So don't look within. That is it. That is what the ego says. So when you're like, I'm going to look within. Oh, okay, this will be great. Okay, look within. I'm going to look within. Here I go. Okay, I need some music. You need to know that the first thing that's going to happen is your ego is going to show you some of the darkest, ugliest, nastiest, evil stuff. Your ego is going to bring up stuff from 20 years ago that you suppressed. I mean, it's going to show you how evil, how black with sin you are. That's the first thing that the ego will do. And the Course in Miracles in the workbook teaches you how to go, okay, all right, okay. The Course told me this is the ego is going to show me. All right, tells you what to say. And then it teaches you how to take your awareness beneath it, keep going within. It gives you the metaphor of clouds. It says just keep going past the clouds like this. It teaches you how to see all that stuff as just clouds that you just need to just push through to find the light that is beneath them, okay? So when the Course in Miracles is telling you to look within, you need to know that the ego will be defending so hard. It will be telling you, if you look within, what you will see will fill you with such horror that you will want to kill yourself.
That sounds pleasant.
And that's why we don't do it. That's why we don't do it. That's why it's so hard to go within. Try it for 5 minutes, going within. You're like 10 seconds in, you're like, you're 10 seconds in and you're thinking about everything out there. Everything out there. Or you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. I just remembered that. That is so horrible. I'm such a bad person. Oh my God, I can't. Wah. And then it makes you want to stop going within, you know? And so, but the reward is the ultimate reward, because underneath all that belief and guilt and sin that you've learned, that your ego told you you better not look at or else you'll want to kill yourself, underneath that is heaven. Underneath that is heaven. There's a whole world of only peace, only light and joy. Underneath that is heaven, the heaven that lives inside of you, that literally has the ability to cover everyone with gentleness and light. So, yes.
Like, I first of all, I celebrate what Kelly said earlier. You know, that how nice it is to come with this acknowledgement. And throughout the course, it says the hardest part is the beginning.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The hardest part is the beginning. I've been doing meditation and this type of thing for 30 years. Mm-hmm. And so when I go in, I go immediately into bliss.
Right.
Right, I don't have to go through the clouds
Right.
because I went through the early part
Mm-hmm.
of fighting the clouds, and now the ego knows it's useless,
Right.
right? And so I just wanted to share, that as the initial process
Mm-hmm.
of going in,
Yes.
it's full of clouds.
That's
but
right.
when you do that enough that the ego says it's not worth the effort,
Right.
it becomes very,
It's
very
easier,
blissful, and you can
yes.
easily, I mean, I can very easily, I do it in here
Mhm.
during class very often, where I
Mhm.
stop and go in. But it's that first part.
That's right.
And of course, Miracles tells us that, reminds us that the hardest part is the
That's
beginning.
exactly right. That's exactly right. Beautiful. And the workbook is brilliant at, I always said the workbook of A Course in Miracles taught me how to meditate. It really taught me how to look within, which really means it taught me how to not be deceived by the dark clouds and by all the sin and guilt and shame and darkness and bleakness that my ego would show me when I first start, So thank you for saying that. The hardest part is the beginning. Okay. So then it says, so in you, so we're saying in you, there is a vision which extends to all the weary eyes and tired hearts and covers them in gentleness and light. And in this widening world of light, the darkness that they thought was in them is pushed away until the darkness in them is but distant shadows far away, not long to be remembered as the sun shines them to nothingness. That's what's in you. That's what you bring to others, the weary eyes and tired hearts. Isn't that beautiful? The sun in them. The sun in you. I love it. So what is it we're bringing to them? This widening world of light. As you bring to others this widening world of light, the darkness they thought was in them is pushed away. That is so beautiful. And all their evil thoughts and all their sinful hopes, which means all their dreams of guilt and all their dreams of merciless revenge and every one of their wish to hurt and their wish to kill and their wish to die, it will disappear before the sun you bring. Not bad, eh? Wow, that's in me to bring to them. That's good news. That's really good to hear. That's really different than what I thought was in me. That's not what my ego was telling me was in me. My ego was telling me that, you know. Okay. But what is it that I am bringing? What is it that's in me? A widening world of light, a world where only peace lives. The sun before which their wish to hurt and kill and die and their sin and guilt will disappear before the sun you bring. When you look within, when you, maker of a world, take comfort and rest in another world where peace lives in you. Wow.
That I didn't make.
Thank you. That I didn't make. A world I didn't make. Exactly. Yeah. We've totally been asleep to the heaven that exists within us and our ability to literally cover the weary ones and the tired hearts with the light that pushes all their egos, beliefs in sin and death away.
Same as we would looking within ourselves.
Exactly.
Pushing the clouds away from what we see outside of them.
Exactly. Exactly. The same way the light in us pushed away our ego darkness, right? Exactly. Beautiful. Wow. This is exactly what I needed to hear today, for sure. Okay. Because I had been looking at the world at war instead of the world of light, the heaven where peace abides within me. I had been looking at the world at war outside of myself forgetting about the heaven where the world that peace lives inside of me, that my job is to bring to others. That's my purpose, that's my function, and it's also the only source of real joy. So my joy comes as I help others to experience their joy, which means as their perception of guilt and sin is pushed away like shadows before the sun, that's the joy. That's the real source of my joy. Not what I get, what I have, what happens out here. Okay. And it says, and then it says this. Okay. Oh, paragraph 4. Would you not do this for the love of God and for yourself? Is there anything that would be a better purpose? Anything that you think would be a better idea than all that? Like, what do you think would be a better purpose than that? Anyone? Well, if I won the Nobel Peace Prize, well, that'd be great. This would be better than winning the Nobel Peace Prize. Okay. Would you not do this? Would you not bring this world of light to others and cover those who have weary eyes and tired hearts? Would you not do this for the love of God and for yourself? Because think what it would do for you. Okay? That's right. What's in it for me? Just in case that didn't sound awesome, let's talk about what it will do for you. Like, I know that sounds great for them. If I bring the world of light and peace to them, it'd be good for them. But what about me? What's in it for me? Well, let's talk about what's in it for us. Okay, how about this? Your evil thoughts, that means the thoughts that haunt you now, will seem increasingly remote and far away from you. Okay, does that sound good? All right, now you got my attention and what it's going to do for me. Okay. Now, it said your thoughts that haunt you now. It's like, so what are my evil thoughts? These are the thoughts that haunt me. So for a moment, I want you to think about, what are the thoughts that haunt you? What is the thoughts that haunt you? Oh, I'm not going to have enough money. Oh, I'm going to have a relationship. Oh, what if I do? What if I get cancer? What if I die? All the thoughts that haunt you. Okay, those are your evil thoughts. Isn't that interesting? The thoughts that haunt you now, those are your evil thoughts. So what it will do for you is your evil thoughts, that means the thoughts that haunt you now, will seem increasingly remote and far away from you. And the thoughts that haunt you, they will go farther and farther off because the sun in you has risen, that the thoughts that haunt you may be pushed away before its light. Okay, well, now you're talking. Now we got a deal. That sounds good. I'll go for that. Okay. The thoughts that haunt you, they linger for a while, but only a little while, in twisted forms too far away for recognition, and are gone forever. Doesn't that sound lovely? The thoughts that haunt you right now, they're going to be so far away, they're going to be so far off that you can't even see them anymore. Like right now, there are things that used to haunt me in the past that right now I'm like, oh, I forgot I worried about that. Think about all the things that you used to worry intensely about in the past, you never even think about anymore. Well, that's what he's saying is going to happen to the thoughts that are haunting you right now. When you decide that your purpose is to look within, to find that world that peace abides, and bring that comfort and that light to other people, so that their thoughts that haunt them will be pushed away before the sun you bring. Okay. Okay. Paragraph 5. And in the sunlight, you will stand in quiet, which means you will stand in innocence, which means you will stand wholly unafraid. and from you will the rest you found extend, so that your peace can never fall away and leave you homeless. And that's because those who offer peace to everyone have found a home in heaven the world cannot destroy. I love that. I love that. That is like, how can you experience peace? How can you experience a peace that the world cannot destroy? How can I experience a peace that world war cannot destroy? That's what I want to know. Okay, well, I'll tell you how. Those who offer peace to everyone. Oh. But what about, you know who? You know, the Antichrist dude. That I just love to hate. You know the one. The ones. Those who offer peace to everyone have found a peace that the world cannot, they have found a home in heaven the world cannot destroy. Wow. So how badly do I really want heaven on earth? How bad do I want to have real, lasting peace of mind? How badly do I want it? Do I want it badly enough to offer peace to everyone without exceptions? You know, so the people that I don't want to offer peace to, the people that I want to still attack, those are the ones that that I am telling myself that grievance is worth more than a home in heaven the world cannot destroy. A peace of mind. I'm saying that grievance, this grievance with you know who, is worth more than having a peace of mind that the world cannot destroy. Isn't that crazy? That's insane. That's what it means to be insane. I would rather have this dumb grievance, which does not have any effect on them, but hurts me, than I would rather have a peace of mind the world cannot destroy. That's insanity. That's how insane our grievances are. Total insanity. Okay. And now I hear, okay, well, even if you are in a world that is at war, and is always at war, by the way, obviously, you can have a peace here that nothing can destroy. And this is how you can do it. Decide that you want to offer peace to everybody, no exception, no condition. Yes, Bruce.
If you can clarify,
Gary.
you're saying, you know, we want this heaven on earth, but then earlier, what I've heard before is that the heaven is within. So
That's right. That's what I meant.
Kind of contradictory.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean is to have heaven, to be in a body here, but have peace of mind, to have a peace of mind that cannot be destroyed by whatever's happening here. That's what I mean. Peace on heaven on earth, meaning I still have peace no matter what's going on here. I have peace. And wherever I go, I bring peace with me. Wherever I go, peace comes. And people feel better. People feel rest and comfort and joy and less fear.
I do think it's also a collective, however, right? In that as you bring light, and that lights me up.
Mm-hmm.
I bring light, and that lights me up.
Yes.
Cheryl brings light. And so now we are experiencing it in the exterior.
Yes,
well,
exactly.
Because we have this
Mm-hmm.
expanding light.
That's right.
And so just as the world at war that we may see out there, as we bring the light to the world around us, the world around us does show us externally.
That's right.
The beauty of the light and the peace that can be held there.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And that's what it's telling us, that you can experience peace, a peace that cannot be destroyed by anything while you're here. And, you know, you have the ability to bring that peace to others so that others take comfort and rest and their fears dissipate like clouds before the sun you bring. So that when you come into their presence, their fears like clouds burn off.
And then they're lighting up others.
And then they do the same to others. That's exactly right. Yeah. Okay. So then it says, so we're still in paragraph 5. Oh, we read that. Okay. Yeah, so we're still in paragraph 5, and it says, those who offer peace to everyone have found a home in heaven the world cannot destroy, because this home in heaven, this peace, is large enough to hold the world within its peace. There is a peace within us that we can bring that is large enough to hold the whole world in its peace. Dang, that's big. What'd you say? That's the heaven on earth. Very good. Every leaf that falls is given life in you. Each bird that ever sang will sing again in you. And every flower that ever bloomed has saved its perfume and its loveliness for you. Did you know that? Newsflash. Now for another thing we didn't realize. Okay. And then paragraph 6. What purpose could supersede that? What could be a higher purpose than that? To bring peace to the whole world, to bring a peace that is large enough to hold the whole world in it. What purpose could supersede that? Well, I need a new car. Okay. Well, I need a relationship. Okay. That's a purpose. All right. But is it really a bigger, better purpose than bringing a peace that encompasses the whole world? It says, what aim can supersede the will of God and your will, that heaven be restored to you, for whom and us that it was created as our only home? Nothing before and nothing after it, no other place, no other state or time, nothing beyond or near, nothing else in any form. What aim could supersede this purpose of restoring to God's children the home that God created for them, that nothing can destroy, that was created as our only home? You know, God's will for us is that we be in heaven, a world of only peace forever, where nothing else touches us except peace and love. That is God's will for us, that we live in heaven. Not that heaven be like somewhere we go to maybe. God's will for us is only an entire world, nothing else besides it, of peace, love, and joy. That's God's will for us. And it's really it's our will too. That's all we want for ourselves, really, also. And what purpose could be bigger than that? What purpose could you want more than that? That we all experience the home that God has created for us and placed us in forever. And our function is to accept that and to bring that to others. Okay, then it says, we're still in paragraph 5, where it says, this world of light, this home that God has placed us in, this can you bring to all the world. And you can bring it to all the thoughts that entered this world and were mistaken for a little while. This we can bring, this heaven, this home, this heaven, this home where peace abides, this world of light that is within us, that God created us for and in, is what we can bring to all the world. Okay? Now, It says, so how better could your own mistakes be brought to truth than by your willingness to bring the light of heaven with you as you walk beyond the world of darkness and into light? Okay, that was a question. How better could your own mistakes be brought to truth? Now, notice it said, how better can your own mistakes be brought to truth than by your willingness? Okay, it didn't say your mastery. It said, are you willing to bring this world of light? Are you willing to bring this light of heaven with you as you walk through this world and beyond it? Okay, as you walk beyond your own darkness, as you walk beyond your own fear and guilt, are you willing? Are you willing? Are you
mistakes
willing?
Wrong perception? When
Yes,
mistakes
indeed.
just
Yes,
go
that's
right.
exactly right. Yes. So it's a great question. How better could your own mistakes be brought to truth than by your willingness to bring the light of heaven, the light of truth, the light of peace, with you as you walk beyond the world of darkness and into the light? That's what we're doing. That's what this path is. We're walking beyond the world of darkness. We're walking beyond the world of guilt and fear and shame and sin and death. We're walking beyond it. That's what we're doing on this path. And are you willing to bring this light with you to others? Are you willing to bring this peace, this light, this joy, this heaven within you? Are you willing to bring it with you as you walk past and through your own ego of darkness? Okay. And so all it takes here is the willingness. So I would like to say that I am willing to bring the light of heaven with me as I walk beyond my own ego.
All in favor, raise your hand.
All willing? Okay. So be it. All right, you guys. Beautiful. We actually finished a section. Isn't that? That is a miracle. Everybody laughs. Everybody laughed when I said we finished a section. All right. Well, let's do our love offering, some announcements, and then I'll just do a short integration meditation. Hi, Mary. Lovely to see you.
So first of all, those of you that
Hi,
were on
Michael.
for us to do the play shop yesterday know that we did not, because Anna and Greg were under a foot and a half of snow.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And couldn't get down the mountain, and it was snowing, and we weren't sure what yesterday was going to be like. Although it turned out.
Yeah, no, it turned out to be gorgeous.
So it has been rescheduled for April 4th. So if you were wanting to come, couldn't do this yesterday, but want to. And then, of course, everyone who was signed on, we're assuming you're going to make it to April 4th. So
Yay.
April 4th from 10 to 4. Anyone that wants to participate in Miracle Community creating a real world together, that's what we're going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Anna and I, this is the second time we've had to reschedule
Yeah,
it.
crazy.
So we were in conversation and meditation the other day and said, there's just a reason it's being delayed.
Mm-hmm. Twice.
Another moment, something's
Mhm.
coming. So we're both really excited about why.
Yes,
that
I can't
got
wait.
delayed. Yeah.
I can't wait to see why.
So know that is on the agenda. Today is the
Mhm.
board meeting for those that are interested in staying after. One of the things that we're focusing on today is our AV system and how do we enhance and improve it. So our goal is by the end of the quarter, which would be the end of March, is to have a whole new
Mhm.
setup going on. So hint, hint, and let y'all know that's coming.
Mhm.
But if there is anything that you want the board to look at, catch us today.
Mhm.
Today, wow, that's, I think that's it.
Okay, I think, and Greg's making some yummies in the kitchen, and we will set up the tables and have these in here before the board meeting. All right. Okay, and if you would like, and then you guys online, I have put the Rocky Mountain Miracle Center website in case you would like to make a financial expression of appreciation. And thank you. And thank you guys for your financial expressions of appreciation. Thank you for keeping the Miracle Center going. Thank you for feeding it and growing the Miracle Center, truly. Thank you for that. Okay, let's do a brief integration meditation. And
Thank you, Anna.
oh, thank you, guys. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So if you would, let's close your eyes and take a breath. The goal here is for us to, hi, baby. The goal here is for us to take these ideas and allow them to simmer down from our minds down into our hearts, to integrate, to feel them, to use them. So the first thing I want you to do is just notice how you feel right now, having heard these ideas from A Course in Miracles. How does it feel to have heard these ideas and to have heard them in the soft embrace of the mighty companions with whom you have listened to them with? How did it feel to hear and be reminded that there is a heaven within you? There is a world in which peace lives that is within you. How does that feel to be reminded of the heaven that lives within you? There is a world of light in which peace abides within you. And let us do what the Course in Miracles instructed us to do today, and to take comfort and rest in this heavenly world of light within us. So let's go within and feel for that world of light, that world where peace lives within us, and take comfort in it. Take your rest in it. This heaven within you, this is the real world. It already lives within you now. In you is all of heaven. Every leaf that falls is given life in you. Each bird that ever sang will sing again in you. And every flower that ever bloomed has saved its perfume and its loveliness for you. And I want you to see yourself standing in the sunlight of the heaven within you. See yourself standing in quiet in innocence and wholly unafraid. And now I want you to extend the rest and the comfort that you found within you now. Extend it to everyone. Extend it to the weary eyes and the tired hearts of those who have forgotten the truth about themselves. Extend the comfort and the rest that you found within to all those weary ones. From you can come their rest. From you can rise a world they will rejoice to look upon and where their hearts are glad. In you, there is a vision which extends to all of them and covers them in gentleness and light. And in this widening world of light, the darkness they thought was there is pushed away until it is but distant shadows, far away, not long to be remembered, as the sun in you shines them to nothingness. What purpose can supersede this? What goal could bring you more joy than this goal? Are you willing, child of God? Are you willing to bring the light of the heaven within you, with you as you walk beyond the world of darkness into light? Are you willing? And just breathe. And see if you can feel the joy that comes to us as we fulfill our function as saviors of the world. Now I want you to see if you can feel God's gratitude to you as you bring healing to God's children. Can you feel God's gratitude to you? Because all God asks of us is to heal God's children. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, just take another deep breath and bring your awareness back to the room. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. Way to take your place among the healers of the world. Way to save the world. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you all so much. Thank you for coming out today. Thank you guys for watching online. We love you all. Okay, time to eat.
It smells incredible. Yeah, it's like, oh my goodness.